do you think? Let me open this up a little bit, all right? I'm going to open this up. What do you think, Duchess, huh? All right, good girl. Good job, Dutch. Good job, Dutchie. All right, Dutchie. Good job, good girl. Good job. Welcome, everybody. How is the feed? How is the feed? Are we breaking up, or are we good? A little blurry. All right, let me try going over here. Let me see if this helps. How's that? Is that a little better? That helped? Good. Good. Hey, Dutch, how we doing, good girl? Come on, good girl. Where's the bee? Back at the other place. Like 30 miles from here. There's a bunch of bees outside of here, though, so we're going to hope that we don't get any more. Yes, Duchess is the one that's the bite risk. That is correct. She has more than a couple of bites on her record, unfortunately. Her story is kind of unique. She is a dog that ultimately has bitten people before. She is a very strong dog, being a big Rottweiler like she is. And because she is both dog and human reactive, she's very difficult for her owners to manage because they cannot take her on walks. They don't have the ability to take her outside on any kind of an exercise walk because she lunges and tries to bite people and tries to bite other dogs. To complicate things even more, unfortunately, there is a new baby in the house. So because of the kind of weird scenarios, like whenever you bring a baby into a house that a dog has been in for a while, you don't know exactly what is going to happen. It is a relatively kind of dangerous situation, especially for a dog that has bites on their record. So they didn't want to get rid of Duchess. They wanted to see if we could manage her her reactivity in a way that will keep everyone safe, but also give the owner the ability to feel more confident with the baby and her in the same room and stuff like that. So we're working with her in two ways. The number one way that we're working with her is to try and just give her exercise, just like she's doing right now. The other thing that we're doing is we're trying to do proximity work, which is basically getting her more and more used to a stranger like myself being closer and closer to her. So every time that we do a run, I try and get just a little bit closer. So that she is used to someone being here, someone being next to her, without her reacting and getting overly aggressive towards them. If we can get her through that, she'll be better and have less of a chance of potentially causing harm to somebody. So that's where we are with her. It is definitely a dicey situation. There is no doubt about that. We are really glad that the owner decided to try to help her instead of just taking her to the shelter. If they were to completely just give up on her and take her to the shelter, because she has multiple bites on her records, there's almost no chance of her making it out of the shelter. So we're hoping that we will be able to get her through this. It's going to definitely be an ongoing thing, an ongoing work in progress, but we're going to do our best with her. It's definitely a difficult situation for her. She doesn't understand what's going on. She's just who she is. So without the ability to kind of have her be able to be managed in a way that ultimately makes everyone comfortable, it's always going to be a little bit dicey for her. So we're going to do our best with her. We are going to at least give her the exercise that her body needs so that she can get through this as much as possible. That's really her only shot at this. We're going to hope for the best, like I said. Panting is how they sweat. That's true. She is not going to take water from me, by the way. Duchess does not want water from me, so she will not take it. One of the things that's interesting about this, and we're going to get a lot of people who are going to come in here and they're going to say, "Why don't you give the dog water?" What you have to realize as far as what's going on here is that when I take the water bottle and get closer to her, that is being interpreted by her as me being kind of aggressive, as me being threatening towards her. She doesn't like people getting near her. So when I do that and she rejects it, I need to move away so that she doesn't get upset with me, because we're trying to make her feel comfortable that I'm here. The way to do that is to simply, for me to be here. I have to just be in her presence and get a little bit better and a little bit better every time. But if I try and like shove water into her face, she is going to react, and that's going to set us backwards. So ultimately, we don't want to be aggressively pushing the water bottle into her face. It scares her. Her name is Duchess. She is doing this. There is no motor on the treadmill. It is a slat mill. Slat mills don't have a motor. She is simply pulling against the harness, and that makes the belt move under her feet. We're not training her really. We're trying to get her to get exercise, which she doesn't have the ability to get, but also we're trying to get her used to being around people, which she doesn't like being around new people. So she is a unique case. There is no doubt about the fact that, you know, everybody can come in and they can go, "Well, why don't you just walk her?" She cannot be walked. Duchess does not have the ability to be walked. She will bite people, and that will end her life. So please don't come in and say, "Oh yeah, just take her on a regular walk." It's not going to work. It's not the way it works. I have a dog named Lucy too. My pug is named Lucy. JJ, I guess that you just didn't listen to anything that I said. Oh, here they come, guys. Here they come. Everybody, shh, shh. The dummies are here. Everybody be very, very quiet. The dummies are here. I know, I need like an alert. I need like something that, like a bell that goes off or something like that. That's like the dumbasses are here. Like one of those whistles that everybody's using at the protests. I need one of those to be like, the dummies are here. Hey, good girl. How you feeling? Want to try some water? You see, now she doesn't want the water. Look. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want me going near her like that. All right, good girl. Come on, Dutch. You got this. You got this. Yes, it stops whenever she stops. It is a manual treadmill. She is a Rottweiler. For those of you who don't know, Rottweilers have the strongest bite force of any dog. So when she bites, it is not good. She is a very powerful dog, and unfortunately she does have bite issues. So yeah, you have to be careful with her. It's not the kind of thing that you can't just force yourself on her. You have to let her get used to you. Yes, she is a full-blooded Rottweiler. You have to let her get used to her on her terms. There is no way for me to hurry this process. Have I gotten bitten? Yes, many, many times. Not by her. We are very careful with her. We know her history. We know exactly what she does. So we're very careful with handling her. But yes, I have been bitten more than a few times. we let her walk for a total of 30 minutes once a week. Do I like Dobermans? Yes, absolutely. I love Dobermans. What do I think of Cesar Millan? Good question. Let me preface my answer by saying that the entire dog training world is completely toxic. None of them know how to actually navigate it so that they can coexist. All different training styles online. When people present their training, their training businesses online, nobody actually presents them like, here are my successes. All they do is show what everybody else is doing wrong in their opinion. So I feel that the training world is quite toxic like that. So what do I feel about Cesar Millan? Cesar Millan, he does some things correctly and he does other things, I don't want to say incorrectly, but not the way that I would do them. I don't do training like he does. I concentrate on exercise, but I do train my own dogs. And I don't use a lot of the methodology that he uses. However, the one thing that he does that everyone criticizes him about is that kind of like grabbing their skin and going tss, tss kind of thing. A lot of people will criticize him about that. Now, his methodology of doing that, of kind of breaking up the thought pattern of the dog by giving them a little kind of like grab, a little pinch, and then making a sound, I think that can be achieved in other ways. For example, my dog, if you guys have ever seen my dog running, my dog is the bulldog with the floppy face who runs here a lot. His name is Frankie. He is a reactive dog, and he's also a very powerful dog and can do a lot of damage himself. We have found that with Frankie, when he goes into that place where he wants to grab something, where he's kind of being aggressive, what he really needs is just for his brain to snap out of that aggressive kind of, that aggressive place that he's in. He just needs to be redirected in another way. So what we did was we found a thing called a Kona clip for him. What that is a little teeny unit about that big. It's not a shock collar, it just vibrates. So it's just like your phone vibrates in your hands. That he wears that on his collar, and we have a little button that we use. And whenever he is in that place and he is thinking that he wants to grab something or attack something, we will just kind of give him a little bit, and it'll vibrate on his neck. That lets him know, don't do what you're doing. It has worked wonders for him. So you don't need to necessarily pinch your dog like Cesar Millan does. There are other ways to redirect their thought process that are a little less, I don't want to say it's mean, pinching the dog, whether that hurts them or not. You guys can debate that amongst yourselves. I kind of don't really have an opinion on that. But the way I've chosen to do it is by allowing him to understand, I'm talking to you, dude, all right? Listen to what I'm saying right now. And it breaks his mind out of that kind of, I'm going forward to kill this thing. It breaks his mind out of that, and it redirects him to the place where I need him to be, so that I can talk to him and I can communicate with him, and I can give him a treat if he needs to and stuff like that. So that's, Cesar Millan has his pros and his cons. I'm not going to say that anybody is completely bad or completely good, but I personally do things a little different than most do. That's all. But I appreciate that question. There is no reason why I would feel one way or another as far as saying how I feel about different trainers and their own methodologies. So yeah, I don't mind him. I just don't do what he does a lot of times. Is Frankie any better? Yes, he is better. One of the things that's funny is I need to actually make a video about the fact that when your dog is hurt or sick, it's amazing how it makes you feel so good inside when your dog starts acting like a jerk again. Because that means that he's doing better, because Frankie is just a jerk down deep. And when he starts acting like a jerk again, that means he's back to his normal self. So he's getting better. He's still got about another week of rehab before he is kind of completely better again. He did do some damage to his neck with the biting the tug and shaking it around, so we have to make sure that he doesn't do any more damage by shaking his head around or by running hard or anything like that. So he's going to be taking about another week, 2 weeks off from any kind of physical stuff at all. But then we will get him hopefully back to at least a limited amount of exercise. I don't want to stop his exercise altogether. That would suck. Yes, she is a full-blood Rottweiler. That is absolutely correct. But I do thank you for the questions. That's very nice of you. Thank you for the concern about my dog, too. And for somebody who asked a little bit ago, what breed is Frankie? Frankie is an Old English Bulldog. So he is half American Bulldog and half English Bulldog. It's a very powerful breed. They're kind of smaller and compact, but not as small as an English Bulldog and not quite as big as an American Bulldog. He's kind of in between. But he does have the ability to do a lot of damage if he wanted to, which is why we need to make sure that he is in a good place all the time. When he hurt his neck, he was in pain. That makes him a little unpredictable. So we need to kind of get him through that in a way that's going to help him, so that he can kind of like heal and then not also at the same time go completely crazy from a lack of exercise. Yes, they are great protection dogs, and that's exactly what she is. She doesn't bite her family, you know. She is protecting her family. She just doesn't really know the place to stop, so she's a little overprotective. She is not my Rottweiler, no. She is a customer's dog. We are doing an exercise and an exposure kind of thing with her so that she can get through a relatively difficult time in her life. Oh, my good girl. You can see how every time that I kind of come over and get a little closer to her, you can see her reaction. She doesn't really know if I'm okay. Every single run, I'm getting a little bit closer and just like hanging out and letting her know I'm not a threat. But this is a long time kind of thing. You don't have the ability to do this quickly. You have to give the dog their space so that they can get used to you on their own terms and over however long it takes. Do I know how old she is? Yes, she's 1.5 years old. Good girl. You want to try? You want to try a little water? You don't want it? No. You can see how she doesn't want it. Yes, I like the dumb mess alert. Absolutely. Good girl. Good girl, Big Dutch. Good girl, Big Dutchie. If he's sticking the tongue out, he is tired. Sort of. It means she's sweating. But as far as her being tired, she is starting to get tired. Yes, absolutely. That is the reason that we're doing what we're doing. She's supposed to be tired. She's exercising. Do they slobber? Yes. Yes. Lindsay, please do some research. Good girl. Good girl. She is a Rottweiler. All right, now we are at about 10 minutes left in her run. I'm going to pick her pace up. We want her to get a little bit more tired. So the way that I'm going to pick her pace up is by moving further away from her. When I'm closer to her, she slows down because she is like reactive to people. She doesn't like people around her. So I'm going to get away from her for about a minute here, clear a path, and you'll see she'll pick up her pace. This is done so that she can actually kind of stretch her legs and exercise a little harder than she is right now. So I'll be right back. You guys can watch her. I'll be right back in about a minute. Okay? Here we go. All right, come on, big girl. Come on, big girl. Let's go. Come on, Dutchie. Come on, Dutchie. Come on, big girl. Good girl, Duchess. Good girl, Dutchie. That's a good girl. That's a good girl, Duchess. Keep it going, Dutch. Keep it going, big girl. Keep it going. Keep it going, my big girl. Good job. Good job, Duchess. Good job. All right. So you can see how much she speeds up when I get away from her. That is because, like I said, she doesn't like new people around her. She's not trusting. She doesn't trust new people at all. You cannot give her water, like I was saying originally. We don't want to try that too often because we're not trying to push ourselves onto her. If I was to do that, she is going to start becoming reactive to me. We've made a lot of progress of her allowing me to get closer and closer. I cannot force myself on her, all right? Can't do that. That would hijack the entire process. It would make her, reactive to me. Our Rottweiler is good for kids. Depends on the dog. Rottweilers are generally a very good dog. They're very protective of their family and their people, but that's not a breed thing. You're going to get, every dog is different. So the question is really going to be how much confidence do you have in a very powerful dog being around your kids? She is a very, very powerful dog. She can do a lot of damage. If you are looking for a dog that can't really do a whole lot of really hard damage, you might want to get a smaller dog if you have kids and you're at all worried about that kind of thing. She is walking on her own. Yes, that is correct. There is no motor on her treadmill. Let's see, what have I heard about Huskies? I like Huskies. They're a little dicey. Huskies can get a little crazy sometimes. Which dog breeds do we work with? All breeds. No breed, no temperament restrictions whatsoever. So we work with all breeds, all types of dog. She is a Rottweiler. And she is a reactive Rottweiler, so she's difficult for us to handle. Do I like German Shepherds? German Shepherds are kind of neurotic because they're working breed dogs that have been had their jobs stolen from them. So they are natural herders. When you don't give them something to herd, eventually they will start herding your children. Herding is not a gentle thing. To herd sheep, they actually do bite them. So that herding behavior, if you do not give your dog a very, very specific job to do and have them do it regularly, German Shepherds can be problematic with regards to children and stuff like that. They have to be given a job that they can do. Thank you so much, Green. We appreciate it. I don't know about Australian Kelpies, really. Let's see. Hi. Hey, Dutch. You see them? Her name is Duchess. You have a pit bull? I love working with pit bulls. Yes, I like golden retrievers, absolutely. I just ran a golden retriever our last run. Yes, we are exercising her. That is correct. Do I like border collies? Yes. Great dog. All right, Dutch. You've got 6 minutes left. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, big girl. 6 more minutes. I'm going to see if she'll take some water. I know she's not gonna. Oh, she almost did. You guys saw that. She almost took it. That's the first time she's let me actually get that close and do that. You guys just saw a bit of a breakthrough right there. That's very cool. Good girl, Dutchie. Good girl, Dutch. That means she's starting to trust me a little bit more. Good girl, Dutch. And yes, I like Chihuahuas. I wouldn't have a Chihuahua myself. It's not really my style. But I like Chihuahuas. They're cool. What's my favorite breed of dog? I like Bulldogs. Why? Do I like pugs? I have 3 pugs. Yes, I love pugs. I've had 11 pugs now. Come on, kid. What do you say? What do you see over there? What is that, Big Dutch? Who is that?
We like your license plate.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What do you see? Which breed do I work with the most? Probably pit bulls. I'm gonna see if she'll take some water again. I came so close, she almost took it last time. You guys got to see it. Let's see if she'll try it this time. Hey Dutch, want some water? You don't want any water, Big Dutch? No, are you sure? Are you sure? You sure? Take some water. Hey Dutchie, take some water. No? Okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. What are my thoughts on Doberman Pinschers? I love Dobermans. They're great. We run a whole bunch. Whole bunch. If you guys have ever seen us on like Wednesday or Friday at about 10 o'clock or so Pacific, running 2 Doberman Pinschers at a time, those are the dogs of a famous rock star who lives here in town. You guys can guess the name of his band. That'd be kind of cool. He is the singer in a band. It's a heavy metal band from like the 90s and 2000s. They all wear masks. You guys might know who that is. But he has 2 Dobermans that we run. And we love those guys. They're awesome. Anybody know who that might be? Good girl, Dutchie. Good girl. Yes, you're exactly right, JM. You got it. Yes, exactly. All of you guys putting Slipknot in the chat. That is correct. Yes, we run Corey Taylor's dogs twice a week. He has two He has 2 Doberman Pinschers that are awesome. All right, good girl. You got 2.5 minutes left. 2.5. Now I'm going to step backward again, give her a little bit of a sprint. You want her to get a little bit more tired, so I'm going to move back here, and I'll be back to you guys in about 30 seconds or so. Come on, good girl. Come on, guys. Good girl. Good girl, Dutchie. Good girl, Dutch. Keep it up, big Dutch. Good girl. Good girl, Dutch. That was great. She's doing so well. You're doing so well. You're doing so well. Want some water? You can take some. You don't want it? Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want the water? You sure you almost took it? You're thinking about it. You sure you don't want it? No? Okay. All right. It's all good. All right, Dutch. We got 1.5 minutes. 1 minute, Dutchie. 1 minute. All right, Dutch. You're almost done. All right, guys. We are almost finished with Duchess's run here. We have about 1.5 minutes left. Thank all of you for being here. All of you people who are making bad comments, maybe someday you'll actually grow up a little bit, but probably not, so we'll just give up on you. We appreciate all of the people who are making good comments and who might have actually learned a little bit here. We appreciate all of you who are asking questions about Duchess and her case. We love all you guys. If you don't already follow us, make sure you give us a follow. Thank you for the gifts and stuff like that. We appreciate all of that. We have another dog up next in about a half an hour. Molly, she'll be up. And then after that is going to be a Malinois. We got 2 more for the night. They'll be about a half an hour apart, so make sure you set your notifications. Join us for those. We'll see you guys soon. We're about 30 seconds left in her run, so I'm going to jump off the chat. We'll see you. Love your dog, run your dog.